you're interested in the programming and education that we have to offer here at Strength Culture, the best place to get started is our training app. It's a portal that holds all of our training programs as well as a bunch of education videos that we're updating monthly.
We have many different training options, no matter what your goal is. There's different streams. We also have standalone programs if there's one specific goal that you'd like to go after. We have a special for the month.
The special is month 1 for 50% off your first month. It brings it down to about $29, which is pretty cheap. You get a full month's worth of access to the education portal as well as the training programs, power building, powerlifting, S&C, hybrid. Even if you're just getting started with lifting, like our introduction series, they're all on there as well. There's about 35 programs to play around with, and also you get access to us in the Discord. So month 1 for 50% off. We'd look to see you in there.
Check it out.
Yeah, welcome back to Melbourne Strength Cultures podcast. Number 1 in the hearts, number 1 in the charts. Sorry about that, boys. I was just working out our next Hectic Eats. Hectic Eats is coming back, fellas.
Fucking oath.
With a big surprise that will be launched inside the episode of Hectic Eats. But we are going to Magic Brothers Pizzeria. Shouts out.
Got it right this time.
Yeah, I got it right this time. I can't believe that. At the competition, I saw him walk in. I was like, I'm going to give these boys a shout out. And I fucking said Two Brothers Pizzeria or some shit.
Yeah, brewery around the corner.
Yeah, the brewery, yeah. I couldn't believe it. But we're going to Magic Brothers, which is the sons of Magic Pizza.
Yeah. Gasan Suki, the real wizard. Magic Pizza.
Junior Wizard.
Yeah,
the Junior Wizards.
Wizards.
He's the old wizard.
He's the wizard. He's the legit wizard.
He's the legit wizard.
That's where the magic comes from.
Hattie.
No,
Jesse. Dad. Yeah.
Jesse.
Jesse. Yeah. But Magic Brothers is
They're the junior wizards.
the junior wizards.
New Age Wizards.
Yeah.
I've actually got a pizza story that I want to tell you guys. I haven't told you guys this yet before, but
Let's go.
here's a real inside scoop.
What happened to your
Opening up
pizza
here.
review?
Well, this is what I'm talking about, my pizza review. I'm nearly at 30 pizzas I've reviewed. I've got a spreadsheet rolling about my pizza reviews. And 2 Saturdays ago, Laura had a dinner with her friends. So it was just a Saturday afternoon. And I was like, well, fuck, what am I going to do tonight? And then I messaged Cam Brown and I said, because Cam also listens to Dave Portnoy's pizza reviews. And I'm like, Cam, I'm going to go on a pizza tour. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm going to hit 3 pizza shops tonight. So I went to 3 pizza shops in one night and I ordered a small pizza from all of them. I didn't finish all of the pizzas because it's just way too much pizza. But I hit 3 local pizzerias. I hit Jasper's Pizza on Jasper Road in McKinnon. I don't know if you boys have ever had that.
No, I've driven
you boys
past it. I know
you
it.
probably haven't
Yeah.
because you've never been
Where's
there.
McKinnon? Fuck.
Yeah, across the road from the McKinnon Hotel. What an establishment that is. And then I went to Talix Pizza on Centre Road.
Legit.
No.
No?
We got a 4.8.
Ooh.
Nah, you can't talk that. That's blasphemy.
What would you give it?
Huh?
What would you give it out of 10?
For local shit pizza, probably like an 8.
An 8.
What's a
Yeah,
4?
yeah.
No way.
What'd you have?
What's a 4.8?
I just got a margarita. Just a classic marg.
You get mug? No.
It gave me vibes of like a
These
frozen base that sort of just been like, no good.
Nah.
Maybe you guys looking for different
Don't
things in your
talk, man.
pizza.
You go on the East Bentley community page, and that's the number 1. You go there, number 1.
I don't know. I wasn't impressed.
It got
Margarita's
voted number
like-
1
It
pizza
actually-
in East Bentley.
It actually just got voted the worst pizza on my list of 30.
Nah, I disagree.
What?
This
Why
is
do you get
the-
margarita?
Because it's
standardized.
It's standard. Or I get
Standard.
pepperoni.
You can get it everywhere. And it's a...
You got to go a base pizza. You can't be.
Bit better.
And then the next one I
Capricciosa.
went to was Jesse's Pizza on North Road, corner of.
That's chat.
See, that one was a bit better than Talix.
bro.
Shut up, man.
I reckon your taste
Do you, want me to read out the shit that I write? So,
Bro, we went to a hectic steak joint. The best thing on it for you was a rocket salad. Your opinion's invalid.
hey, unless you've got. Hang on.
joints
It's a good salad. Very
Here's
good
my
salad.
pizzas. All right. You boys tell me. I've done 23. So hang on. Jesse's Pizza, standard local pizza setup. Feels like they're going out of business though. No atmosphere. Everyone was waiting at the back. That was Jesse's Pizza.
Yeah.
No good.
Yeah.
Got a 6.5. It was a
North
decent
Road
pizza.
next to all the dingy, across from Dan Murphy.
Across the road from Dan
yeah,
Murphy's.
chat.
Yeah.
Been there.
Has anyone ever been to that the kebab pop up there?
The Grill Father?
Yeah, the grill father.
Grill Father.
Have you been there?
There used to be like a Russian export that used to own it from Bentley Fitness Centre. One of the scariest people I've ever met. I swear he'd killed at least 4 people. And he used to have it. Messi Baba. This guy. Yeah,
Because they've done a renovation recently.
100 kilos every time at Bentley Fitness Centre. 100 kilos every time.
Grill father.
The grill father. They've done a reno there. They've got a nice little slab of concrete. They've got a little rotunda out the front. They've They've almost like
Spruce it up.
Yeah.
they've created. They must own the land, or someone owns the land and allowed them to do it. They've got a
Nah,
slab.
they just got the permits because Messi Baba went there and then Grillfather took it over. All right, I know the areas.
Know the
I took an Uber from there the other day. I had 8 minutes for the Uber to come, and I was standing at the Grillfather with my bags because my car's in the shop, and
Still getting fixed.
Big job.
it is big job. And I was like, 8 minutes? Do I get the kebab? Do I not get the kebab? Have you eaten it from there?
I haven't. I drive past it a lot though, and I see the
Thoughts?
renovations, and I think these guys must be doing well.
And I've also seen no people there ever, so I don't know if they're doing well.
I've never seen anyone there. I've driven
think
past
those
it a lot.
shops-
Yeah, but what time are you driving past?
Bro, morning, night, midday.
Yeah, who's
you
going to
name
be there
it.
in the morning?
No,
Do you
any
drive
time of
past
day.
it
Any
Friday?
time of day.
Do you drive past Friday, Saturday afternoon?
Those shops hit at like 10
I've
o'clock at
gone
night.
past Saturday afternoon, yeah.
I'm going to go there. I'm
Think
going to go
about the
there.
clientele that goes to those shops.
Yeah, you probably got to be there at like 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
Yeah.
Maybe the Grillfather can be a
They've
hectic
probably
eats.
partaken in some activities that made their appetite a little bit hungrier.
Enhance the appetite. Yeah.
That's the kind of clientele that's going to those places.
Too blazed to be
I went
phased.
to-
Not
I went
on
to
a
a
midday on a Friday.
I went to a kebab van Saturday night after I boogied down. I went to
yeah, that's what I bet it was night, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, but I wasn't pissed. I was sober. I drove.
I'm not saying piss sober or if they've smoked, but they're not. That's when they hit 9 p.m. till 2 a.m.
Experience.
That's the kebab.
You've been to a couple of kebab shops in your time?
I actually don't.
You don't like them?
I haven't been to any of those trucks.
Oh, bro, you're missing out.
I went to one in Coburg once, the other side of town. But yeah, I don't really hit. I should hit them more.
I think we
love
should
a
go.
I love a kebab van.
We should go do a hectic eats at the
We should
Grillfather.
do the Grillfather.
See what it's all about.
My number one pizza though got a 9-1, which is Di Giuseppe's in Bentley. Number one wood-fired pizza in Melbourne. 100%. Back it in every day of the week. Get there. I love them.
Have you left like the kind of area between like Moorabbin, Bentley, and St Kilda? Have you gone out?
Absolutely. I hit a few in.
Where have you-
I hit a Talico in Sorrento.
Crazy.
That got an 8-seat. Neapolitan style, crispy base, delicious sauce, great pizza.
Doesn't Thingo work there? Danny, Will Frawley?
Yeah, Will
Works
Frawley.
at-
Yeah.
Sorry.
I messaged him and he said, "Go speak to the owner." So I went and spoke to the owner.
You know, I've had them. That
afterwards.
was mad. I have been there. That was really
Talico.
good. That was
Talico's
really good.
mad down in Sorrento,
yeah.
but it's crazy busy down there.
Yeah, I'm off
Topolino's
Sorrento.
in St Kilda. That's a
That
good
was good.
establishment.
We went there together.
They got a 7-2, a little oily, soft undercarriage, no crust.
Soft under.
It's got better sauce than Ferrari's. So then if you go back to Ferrari's pizza,
Ferrari's off its head.
Ferrari's was a little soupy, but it's a very standard cheese
You know-
pizza,
you know,
7-1.
Ferrari's in Oakley is crazy.
Ferrari's is
That's a legit pizza.
That was the OG Athanasiu pizza night back in
Yeah.
the day. Dad used to go there, but then we moved to Zest. Zests are gone
Zest is
now.
gone now, yeah.
And now Dad goes to the one in Hughes, Murrumbina.
The new one, 458
no,
or whatever
not
it's
that one.
called.
The one
I've
around
been
the
there too,
corner.
actually. Let me hit that one up.
Toscana. Do you know Toscana?
458 Murrumbina, 7-4. Great sauce, great
They're
people.
Lebanese.
Base a little undercooked, no crisp. Could be better. Everything gets.
Does that 418?
So that was 458 Murrumbina.
Toscana's the one around the corner on the other side.
I'll
of the
have to
train
hit that.
station.
I'll hit that.
He went to Silesian though.
Oh, really?
Monet.
You better cook them
I don't know
well.
if it's still them, but back then they owned it.
Not getting extra bonus points for
Toscano's,
Silesian.
all right,
I'm
I'll get to-
triggered. I'm triggered by this segment.
Like him.
Yeah.
But we know his
I'm sitting
culture is very.
I'm having a physical response to this. Telex been shut on. Ferrari's dramas.
But what you'll learn is that most of them get shat on. So it's all the level to get a good score is tough. Di Giuseppe's, man. You got to go
You
to
don't, you
Di
don't just
Giuseppe's.
throw nines out.
Nah,
Left,
fuck
right.
no. Nah.
Giuseppe's.
Um, but yeah, that was my story pizza. I did a pizza run, and that's that's new with me. What's new with you guys? Anything?
I'm too pissed off to think now.
Fuck, I don't know.
You doing some swimming
Went
more?
to Sydney, that's what happened. I had Char Grilled Charlie's, which they opened up.
Yeah,
here.
so I put
Yeah.
because of the whole comp thing, Charlie's Charcoal Grill. I was just randomly walking through Camberwell a few weeks ago, and I saw this chicken shop. It was called Char Grilled Charlie's. I'm like, no way, there's one called Charlie's. And I put it on my story, and then Douche is like, this is my favorite chicken shop in the whole world.
franchise.
I used to get it all the time when I was in Sydney. Is there one in Melbourne? She had no idea. So I'm like, yeah,
it's
in
a
Camberwell.
franchise in Sydney, and they've been eating there for years, her and her friends. And every time we go to Sydney, we eat there. It's just like good chicken schnitzel, chicken burgers, chicken shop, mad. But yeah, they've opened up here. Char Grilled
Whereabouts?
Charlie's, Camberwell.
Camberwell,
somewhere
there's one,
up
yeah.
Hugh Hawthorne that way.
Did you get the trademark for Charlie's Charcoal Grill down here in Melbourne?
Nah, I didn't.
No?
I might get a food truck. Side hustle Saturday.
Just snags.
Up next to the Grill Father. The Grill
Just the
Master.
Grill Father.
The Grill Father.
Nah, that's what. Yeah.
Set up shop.
Have turf wars of North Road.
Turf Force, yeah, rifles. I watched that's what I did Saturday night. I got home from Sydney and I watched a movie that's been on my list of movies to watch for a very long time.
Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear. Nah, Memento. Memento. Christopher Nolan, one of his first ones. It was made in 2000. Really good. Very good.
Give us the rundown. Don't break it. Don't ruin
Some
the
sort of synopsis.
Yeah.
It is about a guy whose wife was murdered, and in the process of his wife getting raped and murdered, he got hit in the head. He has short-term memory loss, so he can only remember. He remembers everything up to his life to that point, but it's not every day. It's actually shorter than that. His memory resets.
Did he go on 51st dates?
No. But the film is actually set backwards. So
In Hawaii?
It's set backwards so that you, as the audience, are living like you have, you're getting the same information as he's
My
getting.
brain hurts thinking about that.
But there's two timelines.
There's two
Only 10 minutes
timelines.
in,
So have you
but
seen
after the F word, I'm off Christopher Nolan.
Have you seen Tenet?
Yeah,
Nah.
dumbest movie I've ever watched.
What is
Or maybe I'm dumb.
You're
I don't
dumb.
know.
You're
One of the
definitely
two,
dumb.
because I've tried to watch that.
Tenant?
Tenant.
Nah.
It came out a few years ago. It was
Sucks.
with Robert Pattinson. Similar, different concept. I was talking about entropy and shit, and that one was fucking. That
much.
one I still don't fully understand what happened.
All
in
right,
that
maybe
one.
I got to watch that.
Memento
No, you
was
don't.
Memento.
No?
No, Memento
Shit.
was more easily digestible. It got to the end, and I watched a couple YouTube videos. And I knew I was all good.
This is giving off Uncut Gem vibes.
No, it's not.
No.
it's
Uncut
actually-
Gems is good.
So you're weak.
Have you seen
I'm
any of
weird.
these movies?
I've not. But you know,
I'm weird, bro. I watch this
Uncut
movie.
Gems.
I watch it. Uncut Gems. You don't have to think.
Memento's better
You
than
do.
Uncut
You got to
Gems.
think, what the fuck is going
No.
on here?
No, you don't.
Memento's-
You just like, oh my god, like, that's it. Tenet. I'm like, oh, let's say.
So I got that feeling with Shutter Island. Shutter Island gave me a bit of what the fuck is actually going on
Right,
here?
if Shutter Island gave you that, then
No,
Tenet's going to give
But
you an
about halfway
aneurysm.
through Shutter Island, I kind of had worked out exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
I was
yeah.
just like,
I think I've
Yeah.
realized over my years of watching cinema is that
Cinema.
cinema. I like those movies.
Yeah.
They're my favorite.
Yeah, you're smart.
psychological sort of.
They're the ones that you finish and almost have to I have to watch YouTube videos to work out what happened.
Yeah.
That's
I
I
definitely do
just
that.
like that.
I like to get through a two
And have no idea what
2.5
happened.
hour movie and not have an idea what happened. They're my favorite kinds of
They're my
movies.
favorite movies. No, the ones that they just there's twists and turns. Because I watched another one that was crazy. Luke LaGreca recommendation. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Crazy. That only came out last year
I feel like I've seen that one.
with the Asian lady. It's the set. She's
No.
an Asian. She's moved from one of the Asian. She's an immigrant in America. She's doing her taxes.
Nah.
Starts tapping into
The one that
multiverse.
the one that tricked me out a little bit was the one with Harry Styles.
Dunkirk.
No.
He's in Dunkirk.
Was he? No, he was. It came out last year. It had Harry Styles and
Harry Steves.
I love Harry Styles.
they were they were living in a confined community out in the middle of the desert, but it was controlled by this, and it was just sort of like deja vu day. Or it was a really good one.
Groundhog
It was
Day.
actually good. That was one I got to the end and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? The twist at the end of that is whoa.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah.
I like even Shutter Island. There's a big twist, and you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
And also, you get, how those movies where you get halfway through and it just flips, you think it's going one direction, and then all of a sudden it's like,
Yeah.
Dramas.
what? Yeah, big dramas.
Cocaine
in the
Bear's got a bit of that about it.
middle. Did you see it?
No, you're thinking you're just watching a bear in the woods, then all of a sudden.
Did you see Cocaine Bear?
Oh, did you watch it?
No, fuck.
Someone watched it last night. I was talking.
Apparently it was a good time.
Yeah, Jai's watched it.
Yeah,
it was
So
good
someone-
time.
I've actually got a little bit of info on the actual Cocaine Bear story. The bear ate 40 pounds of cocaine.
40 bricks.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Surely he'd overdose.
it died, man. It lasted an hour.
Surely it would die quicker than
Apparently it had heart failure, its kidneys went, it just the whole body just was just full
that. Yeah, but
shutdown.
surely it would die quicker than that. That's a lot of.
Well, it's a bear, man.
It's a bear,
It's not
bro.
a human.
That's some size.
Yeah, but still, that's 40 pounds of cocaine is a lot of drugs.
Yeah, but it's a bear.
It's a
Bears have a
what
higher
kind of bear
threshold
was
than
it?
us.
Black bear, brown bear.
Brown bear.
I
If
picture
it's
brown bear.
lay down.
picturing-
If it's black, attack. If it's white, say goodnight. That's that. If anyone's ever in
If it's a black attack.
if it's black, attack back. You got to go back at it.
No, fuck.
Brown?
I'm running no matter what. I'm running.
So there's a show called Escape. Alone. Does anyone know what Alone is?
Nah.
So Alone is what Survivor could be if it was actually Survivor. They just put these like 10 people in the most remote place possible. They give them 10 items. So they all take like an axe, flint, some fishing line, rope, a tarp, like just 10 basic items and then clothes. And they are just out there for as long as they last. So some of them go for like 3 months. It's like 90 days out there by themselves, living off the land, like
And one like
creating
one
shelters.
person.
What's the
Just them and no
objective?
one.
The objective is to last long, be out there longer than anyone else. So you just pull out, or they get
survivor.
medically pulled out, like
be the
they've
sole
lost
survivor.
they've lost too much weight. Some of them like their hair starts falling out because they're so malnourished. Like it's proper like
Actual Survivor.
It's actual Survivor, and then
This is a show.
yeah, it's crazy. It's called Alone,
Not
and
this fake
the
Survivor.
woman that just won, she won like
None of
the
that fake shit.
You know, when they brought all the heroes back, all like the previous winners and people who've done really well. She won, and she said in her video, because similar to you, I like to watch a bit of YouTube, like what's actually going on here.
Yep.
She explains all of the decisions she made when like hunting and all that sort of stuff. She said that if it's brown, lay down. If it's black, attack. And if it's white, say goodnight. So you don't want to be
Polar
fighting
bear?
a polar bear.
So white's the one who really
Polar
worry
bear
about.
is the one, yeah.
Fuck.
Polar bear. Those
They'd
things
be
are
cold,
lethal.
agitated.
Haven't eaten in 6 months.
Yeah, they're
You're
angry, bro.
their dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Donnie, do you want to help me with my Survivor application? We'll do a video.
Are you going to go on Survivor?
I don't know, every time I watch it, I say it, but
I'd love to see you on Survivor.
I reckon I'd be all right. I reckon I
Would you be like conniving and trying to create like dramas?
That's
or,
what you need- you need
or are you
the-
a bit more passive? Because you would be someone they'd go for straight away because
No.
you're big.
No, so I've thought about this long and hard. You can't, my personality, or my look, big, strong guy, you can't come.
All right. Who said big and strong?
No, but there's archetypes.
You're
in
not going to get
Survivor.
on with that fucking attitude.
There's
You got to be a little bit more
There's
subdued.
archetypes.
Yeah.
So I fall into that archetype of big, strong, fit male.
Yeah.
Can win
Dominating,
early-
masculine
does his-
testosterone,
does his
high
own
test male.
High test,
Fucking
alpha
hell.
test, jabbing test before I go on. No, I've thought about this long and hard. So I've gone. You
Guys
can't.
gaining weight out there. Like, what's going on?
I've watched enough Boston Rob to know what's going
Boston
on.
Rob's
'Cause
the man.
The thing with those guys is they played a few times, so you see how they refine their game. So one, you got to help around campsite. That's the one.
You're
Definitely.
going to struggle with that. You're going to struggle with
Definitely
that.
don't. Oh, I'm tired. If you,
My cup's full. Tell me what to do. I don't want to think.
that was me, the comp day.
Fuck me.
I was like, give me 3 objectives.
My mate, you fucking work here. Put shit away. Jesus
I
Christ.
just own up to it. That's what I'm like. Anyway, so
So you've got to help around campsite.
no, you got to.
That might be your downfall.
That'll be my downfall. So I think that's one. Again, it's hard because when you watch this shit on TV, you're seeing 30 minutes of 2-3 days filmed.
Yeah.
So I think about like, what's going on all the other times.
Do you reckon they feed them?
I don't know.
Sometimes
Well,
they look like they haven't eaten
They
sometimes.
get rations.
A lot.
They
I
get
feel
rice
like
and
there'd be
beans.
a little bit of like, oh, here's some protein
Just a little-
bars.
Well, they get rice and
That's
beans.
drama number 2.
They get
Food.
You're
rice.
not well fed.
They get
See you
rice
later.
and
You're not gonna have 3,500 calories a day.
My blood sugar's dropping.
Once my blood sugar actually drops and then stabilizes, it'll be fine. So it's the
Have you ever
initial-
tried that? Have you ever tried that?
Yeah, I did that. I did that fast. I fasted for 36 hours.
Well,
I was
then you
fine.
could be off the team.
What team?
By the time it stabilises, they
So,
can kick you off
all right,
the lower.
all right. So you got to help around the campsite. And what do you do in the
No,
first
so-
challenge though? Are
all
you
right.
trying to win, or are you trying to show that I'm a bit
so
clumsy?
the
I've got
challenges at
poor
the
hand-eye
start of
coordination?
teams. It's team challenges. So I'm valuable because I would be good at the physical tasks.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So team challenge because the goal is to get to merge. The 2 tribes are going to get to merge. So if you win your team's challenges and you don't go to tribal council, you have more numbers when you get to merge. Hopefully you've played a good
So
social
you want to
game.
have more numbers at the merge.
Yeah, because then you could potentially have a bigger alliance, and then you can. Anyway, so I've thought about this long and hard. So that's my strength.
Have you thought about this long and hard?
In COVID, in lockdown, that's all Deuce and I were watching was Survivor. My client Adam Milicevic plays online Survivor.
How do you play that?
You play, it's the same, but
It's like Sims or something?
They do challenges and shit. They go to tribal council.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know about this until he
Well,
had
maybe you need to get there and refine your skill a bit.
refine my
Yeah,
skills.
just not eat.
And no.
So
Go in fast.
you also you want to go out.
It's 23 hours to sit on my
You
computer.
want to find it. You want to get a hidden immunity idol early and pocket it. Don't tell
Don't
anyone.
tell anyone. Yeah.
These guys are fucking.
Who was the other guy? Russell.
Yeah, he used to hunt. them.
Russell
Yeah.
used to find like 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
He
then
used to hunt them.
Yeah.
So there's a guy that currently on Australian Survivor that held his idol for 22 days. No one knew about it. They just pulled it out. They fucked it up. They fucked it anyway. They had 2 idols.
Charlie would have made that.
They had
mistake.
2 idols. They had to play. They had to play it on 2 of the people. There was 3 of them. They played it on the 2 people that didn't get votes. So that guy.
What's going on?
Huh?
I don't know.
I've got one. I don't
understand the premise.
I've got one more question. I've got one more question about
knows what's going
Survivor.
on.
Because
really?
because
Jamie knows what's going on.
you have a personality that is
A dog.
No, the opposite of that. No, it's the complete opposite of that. You don't like to be like, oh, fuck.
Confrontational.
Yeah, you don't
Because
want.
that's part of it. You need to be a dog.
You need to like backstab
No,
people,
you need
and
to be
you
a
don't
prick.
have
It's a game.
any of that in you. It's a game,
It's a
so
game.
you'd be fine
I'll be
backstabbing.
fine backstabbing.
You reckon? but did you guys see how Charles was? I'd be fine. Dad.
I've thought about this as well.
Sociopath, yeah.
I don't think I would backstab as hard. You know Brooke Jowett? You know
Yeah,
Brooke
she
Jowett?
was on there.
She was on the first season, and she was in a tight alliance.
She came second, didn't she?
She finished high up, and she
yeah.
went on again in All Stars, but she was in a tight alliance with this girl, and the full cut her, backstabbed her. I wouldn't do that.
You couldn't.
No, I think my game plan I'd want to build a strong alliance.
Yeah, but
and
what
hopefully
happens when you
go
have to
the end.
backstab
And
the
what if
alliance?
someone in that alliance backstabs
No,
you?
'cause the goal is that if you can get in a strong alliance of 3 in a majority alliance and get through to like the end, that 3 you go through. Eventually, it's the game. You have to turn on each other.
You gotta stab 'em.
It's the game. It's that though. It's like
All right.
you're playing footy. You're gonna tackle people. It's the game.
But would you tackle people? That's the
I used
thing.
to fuck people up at footy.
I mean,
I used to fuck 'em up.
as a metaphor, in Survivor, would you tackle people?
I think
Shanks and shoes,
my
brother.
my thing is I got a moral code, and
There's no fuck the moral code.
No,
if you're
but
on
the moral
Survivor.
code is on Survivor. It's fair game because it's a game.
Okay, cool.
Like I know after the show, I'm gonna have a beer with you. Hopefully,
They won't have one with you.
They won't
Just
have
stab
one.
them.
When you stab him in the back.
$500,000. So
Yeah, $500,000.
$500,000.
All right,
but,
well, let's get an application in for Charlie. I reckon we can get you on there. I'd love to see you in Survivor.
we met. Do you know Luke White? Luke White. He's an
Whitey.
osteochiro from Physio. You've actually spoken to him before. Yeah,
Whitey
so I
Mike,
met
yeah.
him. He knows Deuce. He lives in Sydney. He works out of Paragon, or used to work out of Paragon. His partner, I met her a year ago, John O's 30th, actually worked for Channel 10.
Cool.
She works for Channel 10. She said she could help with the
right.
because she does that.
All right, Whitey's missus, we're
But
looking
she
at
said
you.
definitely play up the powerlifter things. They love that shit.
Yeah,
They love
that-
the story.
Yeah, big Jack, big.
You need to gain more weight.
Would
get
you
bigger.
would you jab up just to get on? If they said we need you at 110 lean, we're not. You can't come in 105 a little fluffy. We need you 110 lean. Would you jab to get on?
You don't have what it
No?
takes.
Well, no.
If you're not really a jab, you're not going to stab anyone in the back.
You don't even, can't
We
even
need
stab
commitment
yourself.
to the cause,
You got to
Charlie.
stab yourself in the ass cheek before you
Or
stab
you can
someone
stab
in the
anyone
back.
else.
You're looking at this in the right. Why would the Channel 10 selectors even know? They wouldn't even know.
They want you to look, but they want a big
They
jack
want you to
guy.
look
I'm big
insane.
and
They
jacked
said
enough.
they say we want you bigger and more jacked.
Bro, I
Unless
could
we're
go,
not
I
doing
could
it.
go
You
down
gotta play up the
to...
ethnic card.
I block loves
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
I block loves
Imagine
it.
the charcoal
Survivor.
grills. You'd be charcoal
Yeah.
grilling when you win a few chickens. Charlie's fucking standing there.
I just imagine you just sitting there in front of the camera.
That's a skill that I would want to learn. That's early on. If you can learn that skill to make fire without flint, you're valuable to the tribe.
Valuable to the tribe. Don't
Big
teach
val-
anyone
big
else.
so these are the things you gotta have. I've been watching enough Survivor.
You got to check this.
Alrighty.
Goals to get to merge, going to merge with a big alliance.
And then stab everyone.
Then when you get to merge, you become.
All right, we're cutting this
Last
off.
one, when you get to merge, so the two tribes merge.
You gotta
Then
get
if you're
big
a
alliance.
if you're a challenge beast, that's when you become a threat because you win all the immunity idols.
I remember
You
there was
win
a
all the
season where someone
challenge
just won
immunities.
everything. But we're going to stop here.
Yeah.
We're done with this.
Survivor's ready. Anyway, ready. We'll do the Survivor application.
We're done.
Let's go.
Um,
Next topic.
Wow.
Next topic on the list is Jon Jones. We want to talk about Jon Jones.
No, let's go back to Whitey's missus. Channel 10.
How are we getting on,
Works for
mate?
Channel 10.
The next one is Jon Jones.
Get Jon Jones on Survivor.
Jon Jones just manhandled the
Cyril game.
Yeah, absolutely just mauled him. Grabbed him, decked him, choked him out. Clinical.
Yeah.
Absolutely clinical.
He won.
Yeah. Then in his press conference, he said he can bench 520 pounds, and this is what we want to
This
talk
is
about.
I want a video. I want a video.
Sure, he said it after. So they won the fight. But I also, boys, I can bench 520 pounds.
And apparently he squats like
That's a lot
600 and something pounds.
that's a lot
So
to bench.
520 pounds is like 230 kilos.
No, it's a bit less.
That's a bit more. 500 pounds to 227 kilos.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's like 235 kilos.
Yeah.
Do we think Jon Jones can actually bench 235 kilos?
That's a lot of weight.
I don't know. If
That's a lot of weight to
He's
like...
got some long arms.
That's a long way to, yeah.
got
Long
long
arms,
arms.
flat back.
Yeah.
long arms, and we know, he'd be benching like a bro, flat back.
That's it.
No, he had some powerlifting.
He had some powerlifting
He
training.
trained like as a powerlifter. When he took his long ass break, he was training with powerlifters, but he was also gassing. So
Not gassed. I don't think he's doing it. Gassed maybe.
no,
But not-
he's got a history of gassing.
like how much gas is he taking? That's
He
the-
got
that's the
done.
question.
He got done for gassing.
Well, there you
Like,
go.
it's fucking.
But like at
He's
the
been
moment,
around.
at the moment though, like say like that fight, he's probably not on heaps of gas. Like there's probably been times when he's on more gas.
Is it
Oh,
Chael?
no, of course, but
Yeah.
I'm just. It's like no one says what their current numbers
That's
are.
true. No, you're right.
Is
You're
it
right.
Chael
that?
Sonnen?
You're
Charles
right.
Sonnen.
Have you
He's
heard
the best.
him?
I love
He's
him.
a funny.
He's
Yeah,
so funny.
Have you heard what he said about Jon Jones
No.
when he fought him?
No.
Because Chael was on it, like
Yeah.
full gassing, and he was like, as soon as he grabbed me, he's like, I know your secret. You're on it too.
Fucking hell.
Because
said
it's
that
like
to
the
Jon.
way he grabbed me, to Jon Jones. Like the way he grabbed me, he's like, I'm on it. And this guy is fucking bullying me, like when they're just like wrestling.
Also
So what's
athletic
the
freak.
deal?
Yeah.
Like, do they just test people who they want to test?
it
Or
They've,
used
now
like,
to be-
they've now changed it all. So back then it was like everyone was on the sauce.
Yeah.
And now
Sauce.
it's just now they've got USADA.
Special.
so now it's
sales.
proper.
Now it's proper. But back then it was like, yeah, we're testing.
I think
but-
with where they want to take it, Dana White and shit, you can't have that image.
He wants to be more like
Bro,
mainstream.
all these guys were super tight, like traps up to their
Yeah.
necks, like up to their
Brock
ears.
Lesnar.
Bro, Brock Lesnar, how he got through. Like that was, I think Brock Lesnar was there through USADA. I think there was some dirties there. I think he did get popped anyway after the fact. Like he got popped, but yeah, like it was bad. That was that was a lot of fun to watch. There was Uberim, Alistair Overeem, this guy's 6'5".
I don't know any of the older guys.
Bro, you see pre-gas, post-gas. He used to fight in Japan. This guy was
bad.
like,
Not
I don't know,
bad.
125 plus lean. Like shredded.
It would help a lot.
Went into the UFC. You see him? They called him Uberim when he was on the gas. And then USADA came in and you just see him just like lose all this weight. And it was just gone.
Gone.
Vitor Belfort was another one. Like all these guys, they just like
Vidor.
slammed the gas and then they get off it once USADA comes in and it's different. I
So
reckon
it's
bring
a-
back the gas.
It's a lot tighter now.
I thought that I don't know much about it, but I assume with UFC, like they're already big enough as it is with people gassing. Surely they don't care if people are gassing. Like the fans don't care. Like do the companies care? I don't think so.
I think it's more.
Does Monster
like,
Energy or Cocaine Bear care that they're on gas?
I think
Like,
the
I think it's just
Cocaine
an-
Bear will probably pull their sponsorship.
fair.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's just an ethical thing. It is a sport.
They're probably
Probably a
liable
bit smaller.
if
No,
someone
that's-
kills someone on like hypothetically on gas.
That's
there
the
could
Joe
be-
Rogan.
But if they've been doing it,
yeah.
I understand it. But if it's been operating for like 15 years and more or less like
But you want to be seen as a legit sport.
you want to be a legit sport.
There's a reason
fair
why
enough.
bodybuilding will never get big.
Yeah, because it's still like in the. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
You know what I mean? Like it's already it's a like
It's a niche.
for years they were battling to break out of a niche because it's like, oh, it's human cockfighting. You add the layer in that they're all blasting gear as well. It's not exactly like the most accessible sport. Now you're like they're on ESPN, like they're on Fox Sports, like they're on everything. Like it is
That
one
makes
of the
sense,
most
yeah.
accessible sports now. Because of that, like it's a sport. Boxing is like backyard shit, mafiosos. Like you can't fucking market that to the public
For sure, for
and it's
sure.
very hard rules wise. People just want to see
Who
blood.
fought recently just on the weekend boxing? That was Fury.
Jake Paul and
Jake
Fury,
Paul?
Tommy Fury.
Tommy Fury. Tommy
Yeah.
Fury won.
It's
Tommy
embarrassing.
Fury won,
Tommy
yeah.
Fury is a pro boxer. Just took that to a split decision, but anyway, he's not a Fury.
He's not a Fury.
Nah, he's a Fury on paper, but he's not a Fury.
Yeah.
Tyson.
Not in the
He's
ring.
Tyson, bro. Tyson.
They're half brothers. That's why. The other half must
there
be
you
more
go.
prominent.
Yeah.
the other half.
bad
The
lottery.
Fury part.
All right, we're gonna
Watch Jon Jones bench 500
Nah, this is
pounds.
dead.
Alrighty, so we have a video here of Jon Jones pulling 600 pounds. Charles.
Pulling 600 is
Watching
Wait.
this, I don't think he can bench 530.
It is a reverse banded deadlift. Like you'll see that he's got the band supporting from the top. He's got the blue bands in the rack. So it's probably like,
Conjugal boy.
yeah, maybe. He probably would actually. Yeah. So the Masthetics guys who used to train with were very Louis Simmons inspired.
Yeah, yeah.
They used to do like dynamic days and heavy days and stuff. Do you reckon that man there could bench 520 pounds?
I don't think so.
235 kilos.
Not with that. No.
How's that video?
You want to watch it?
Yeah, show
No,
Bruce.
I don't care.
It's a reverse band conventional, hard as fuck, 600 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how old was it? Like,
That would be in the
well,
time.
Like when he was
One
pushing
year.
heavy, when he was doing his powerlifting shit.
I don't.
He's
five-
way
I-
bigger
I-
now.
Yeah.
He's bigger now, but 500 pounds is a big bench. 530.
That's
what is it?
thick
520.
bands.
525 or something, yeah.
Big bench, man. That's like Mark. Well, no, Mark was
Ice.
doing more than that.
Nice, dude. Hey,
I would love to see a Jon Jones bench press of over 227 kilos. That is fucked.
Manders has got long arms.
Yeah, his reach, every fight he's in, his reach is like 20 centimeters more than the other. Like he's just, he's built to grab people, put them on the deck, choke them out.
Bang.
Yeah.
Oh, he's an unbelievable fighter. That Cyril Gane, I think, is like an athletic freak.
But it's all stand up.
Relatively inexperienced compared to Jones. Like, heavyweight division is pretty shallow, like, skill-wise. Jon Jones, you look at his experience. Cyril Gane, stand-up fighter, no wrestling. Ground game, not as good. Jon Jones had fucking how many title fights? Undefeated. Like, he's just a freak. He's the best of all time.
When we saw the,
I don't like him.
When we saw the heavyweights in Melbourne a few years ago, they were like huge guys. They look like fucking
Which heavyweights?
the heavy. Remember we went and fucking saw
UFC.
the UFC in that Marvel or whatever.
Which one did you go to?
Oh,
we
it
went.
was Israel versus fucking whatever. But the whole point of it
Israel
is
versus Whitaker. Israel Adesanya versus
I don't know a
Whittaker.
lot about UFC, but the whole point was the heavyweights. It seemed like there was no skill. They were just like.
Who do we go?
Like they were just like it was like a pub brawl, and then when they hit the deck, you could hear it. It was fucked because they're just so heavy
you see
and
the light heavy
large.
guys.
Like,
The light heavyweight division used to be stacked. Like, it was stacked. And because you see the difference at light heavyweight, I think it is more skillful. Like, you see that the agility's on another level. They're better on the floor because they're more flexible. They actually are better jiu-jitsu fighters. Wrestling, they're just lean as, they're explosive. And then stand-up, they've got to be slick. So there is that sort of blend between athleticism and then heavyweight. I just don't like watching heavyweight fighting. Boxing, UFC, I just don't like it. I don't know. I just feel like they're swinging for the rafters a bit more.
Yeah.
So you see Jones, who's a light heavyweight god, go up to that, and then it's just like a different level of slick.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
He's a monster.
He's so good.
John
He's a
John.
monster.
Bones.
But I wish he was just a bad guy. I wish he just lent into the bad guy.
and didn't pretend to be a good guy.
It didn't play the because he used to be a full good guy, and then he just all this shit comes out, and then he's like, yeah, praise God.
I'm a
It's just
human. I make
I'm a
mistakes.
Yeah.
Big
It's
mistakes.
Just be. I'd rather him be evil. Just play the heel. Play the heel. Way
it.
better.
Be the
They're
bad
very
guy.
religious in America, aren't they?
Yeah, but he plays like he's religious, but then
But a
he
lot of
plays
time it's for show,
Praise
like-
God after someone talks about some busted shit he did.
Because I compare it to like here, like you never ever hear.
It's not as, definitely
It's
not.
it's probably cultural, but then also they know saying that is going to fare well with a lot of the fan base there. So
I
even
was
if
waiting for him to thank the troops after as well.
Real America.
I just said like.
throw that one in there as well, yeah.
Yeah, like you go 2 for 1. Like after you've done some busted shit, if you praise God and thank the troops, sorted.
You did nothing. You're innocent.
Yeah.
Marnus Labuschagne is religious.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the cricketer.
Oh, Labashani.
Oh, that one, yeah.
You know who that is because you
Yeah,
were
yeah.
watching. Andy
I watched
Grimes.
it. Yeah, I don't know.
He's religious. I watched because he's put some. There's a one Psalms from the Bible, and he's got the eagle
Psalms?
on his bat.
Does
he take Psalms?
Is he on that LG?
Have you got a scoop?
Is he on that MK? That for the
The
growth
Psalms.
month?
The original
Psalms.
Westbrook. The original Psalms.
Nice.
Crazy. Well, Marnus, well done.
Actually, I got a funny story about the at your wedding.
Yeah.
When they started doing the Our Father prayer, and all of us started saying it. Deuce was looking around. She was like, "What the fuck?"
Dude, didn't know the Our Father. Come on.
Because we all went to Catholic school, so
Yeah,
we all knew that Our Father
Yeah.
prayer.
Who
all
are
of
you
us
then?
were doing it.
Yeah.
And
Just didn't
she
know
was
what was going on.
What the fuck is
Doesn't
going
she
on?
know?
Nah.
I thought everyone would know that. I guess.
Yeah, because if you
No,
go to
if you
Catholic
don't go
primary
to
school, you just
Catholic
don't. You just don't.
If you don't go
realise
to
it.
Catholic
People
school,
don't
you
go
wouldn't know
there,
it. Or
Deuce
Christian
hates
school.
God.
Yeah. Fair.
Deucer. Let's take this time now.
Thank God. Thank God.
Let's take this time now to discuss an event that we have that we're launching. It will be launched in about 2 weeks' time, which is the new Push Pull Run.
Bang.
Buzz, take us away with what exactly the Push Pull Run is
And why push pull run?
and why Push Pull Run.
It's an interactive experience. It's so obviously the boy this and I are doing some lifting, some endurance stuff. We thought we should do a little thing for the people, us included. I know I'm going to do it. I know Charlie's going to do it. Jay Smith.
I think I'm coming out of retirement
No,
for
we'll
it.
announce it. No, think Jamie Smith is coming out of retirement for this.
I'm gonna mow people down in the 1 mile.
So you, the people, need to hold Jamie Smith to this. He's come out with some big.
Don't speak down to the man.
I'm speaking down to him. I'm speaking down to him. He's come out swinging, saying that this is new. Is his new training kick? We need to see Jamie Smith there. So we need you all to DM Jamie Smith.
People down in
do
the
the push pull run, you dog.
Should we get on drugs for this?
EPO.
EPO, SARMs, the lot.
Psalms.
As long as I don't have to jab it, it's good.
Psalms.
As long as it's oral, easy.
Psalms 14.
Psalms 14.
Anyway, how long is it? 10 weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be the program's going to start mid-April.
Yep.
But the actual
Event.
event is 10 weeks from there. So I think it's like June something.
Yep.
Can we do it before June 21st?
I think it is the June before you leave.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I think that's
beautiful.
where
with a
we
bang.
I think that's how we had it.
All right, so what it is you push, pull, and you run. So the push is a bench press. You see in some powerlifting meets, not a full 3 lift. You can bench press and you can deadlift only. The third event is a mile run. So what we'll need, I think most people roughly know what their 1 rep maxes are. They've tested it at some point. I don't think most people, especially in the lifting community that are just getting into running, probably haven't tested their mile. I know I haven't tested a mile myself. I've done 2Ks, 5Ks, and Cooper's tests and stuff like that, but no mile. So we'll be looking to do a pre-test for the mile. No pre-test for the push and pull because people will have a rough estimate, hopefully, assuming so. If not, potentially recommending people to do a sub-max single before so they get a rough understanding of where they're at. We'll then program for you. We'll do it all together. It'll be very community-based. And then we will do a post-testing day all together. So we'll do the push-pull at the gym and we'll head down to a track local to Strength Culture to do a mile run after the bench and deadlift.
Now, what we're thinking about doing is one of our long-term clients, Dave Bragulio, the big Malacca. He's a mathematician.
He's big numbers guy.
Big numbers guy. Loves a spreadsheet. Loves data.
Geophysicist.
And we're thinking about getting him to create looking into we haven't spoken to him about this.
It's a formula. It's a formula that takes into account running performance based off body weight. So for the bench and deadlift, we can just combine those and give them a dot. That'll be the lift component. That's 50% of your score. Because some people might just want to do this for fun, and that's fine. But I'm sure there'll be a lot of people too who want to.
This is for glory.
This is for glory. There's an absolute winner. There has to be an absolute winner.
If you want to do it for fun, come down. But no, there's people chasing glory.
It's for glory. So then with the running component, we need a way to find out. We probably have to get a data set of average running times at different body weights and then give you a score based off your body weight.
Some sort of coefficient.
A coefficient. Yeah, which I say that pretending I know what the fuck a coefficient is, but that's what we need.
It's a word, bro. We will obviously ask Dave because we do believe in Dave's skill set and he'll do it because he's done other things.
Like Dave's worked out how much you get from a deadlift bar.
At different
he's gone
body
through the data.
weights
He loves this shit. I reckon he'd do it.
Yeah,
we can't tell him it's running though. We have to I don't know if he likes running. But
Otherwise, we're putting a community call out. If you're listening to this, you love numbers, you love a spreadsheet, you love data.
Smarter than us.
Love coefficients.
Yeah, you love coefficients. Can you work out a formula for us that puts together body weight and running time?
Because we've got the lifting part. Dots is already there. We just need that and then we can combine.
Because we need a winner.
We need a winner.
We need a winner on the day.
We need a winner.
We need a winner.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know who's a good runner? Dan Serlin.
Really?
For a big boy.
For a big boy. He's a big boy.
Well, that's the thing. Because he's a big boy, he doesn't have to be as quick to do as well. So,
Put some good times down.
Good times? Yeah.
Good times.
Mad.
Yeah.
He sends them to me.
I watched Lewis Phillips and Gabe they did a 1 mile
Did you
off.
watch it? I saw the Instagram reel. I wanted to go watch it.
Yeah.
What happened?
So Lewis ran a 5:20.
Mile.
Yeah. And he was blowing at the end.
Yeah.
But I feel like he didn't come in that fresh.
And
he
ran
ran a half
training for long.
marathon.
He's been training
Yeah.
long distance.
He ran a half marathon the other day because he thought he'd been soft.
Yeah.
Real David Goggins, punish myself kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
And then Gabe, who's quite jacked. If you've ever seen Gabe in person, he's definitely carrying some muscle.
Yeah.
He ran only a 5:40. He was only 20 seconds behind, which I thought was
running that consistently. He's been
cycling a lot. Yeah. So
As a rough ballpark, Bulls, what do you reckon you're at for a mile?
like 7 minutes.
What do you want to aim for?
I don't know. I want sub 6.
Sub 6?
Yeah,
Crazy.
in the fives.
I would like sub 6. I think I'm going to cut. I think I'm going to start cutting a little bit. I've got the triathlon coming up.
What are you weighing at the moment?
Get my
98. I'm hovering between 97 and 98.
Are you looking to come a little lighter into the triathlon? What are you, 3 weeks out?
3 weeks out now. I think I'm going to just start cutting a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I've detached all expectation from it because I've never done a sprint try before. So I'm like, there's no real numbers to aim for.
You should aim for something and just miss it and really hate yourself for it. I think that's a really good idea.
Aim too high. Goals and disappoint yourself.
You should pick a number, attach your self-worth to it, and then when you don't get it, really go and like cry in the dark room.
Oh, that's good because then that lends itself to a villain arc afterwards.
Yeah, a real comeback.
Hopefully I can shatter some relationships in the week after.
Yeah.
In the week after I miss the mark, I don't know, I'll like cut my family off or something and then,
100%.
yeah, create enemies. And then that's it, bro. I'll start my TikTok and it's game over.
Right.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm getting up my splits from last week.
I reckon I'll do it. But yeah, I want to cut. I think I want to cut a little bit. Like the weight I want to lose going into it is not going to be enough to like. I'm not going to slash my calories. Like I'll still eat it like $3,000.
3 G's.
3 big ones.
3 G's, brother. 3 G's. I started tracking again, like a day yesterday.
Nice.
But I post-tracked 4 slices of sourdough and I didn't realise and I fucked my day. But it's all right.
Why'd you bother tracking
Bro,
it?
the sandwich is mad though. So
5
it's
minute
fine.
40 is impressive.
Yeah.
I'm going off given this was the first time I've done anything sort of higher
pushing.
threshold.
Sorry,
last
6 minute mile. What I said, I think that might be a bit of a stretch.
6 minute mile.
I think you'd be able to do it.
5:40
Reach too high and
is
fall short.
impressive
That's
from
good.
Gabe because I did
I'm gonna
3
do it.
400s last week and they were a minute 59, minute 57, minute 59. So if you do that continuous, that's an 8 minute mile,
All right.
Lit.
which I wouldn't have been able to hold that power.
So you may be at like a
4 minute
9,
58.
8.5 to 9.
You gotta drop some
currently.
more
No,
weight.
that's now.
Now,
10 weeks of more
now.
specific
Specific
speed
for
Yeah.
speed training.
I reckon we can.
Are you gonna shred?
Nah,
You're not gonna shred.
I'm shredding anyway.
You're not shredding into Europe. You're gonna get no cheeks.
I've shredded anyway.
He's bulking into Europe.
Shredding anyway.
I'm gonna shred hard. I reckon. I'm not worried about my push pull anymore.
Let's give myself a
Such
number.
a balance. It's a fine balance.
It is. You want to be jacked and well, it's going to be 50% of the. This is part of the coefficient formula we need. 50% of the total needs to come from lifting. 50% has to come from the run to make you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Fricky is
Can't
adamant.
come in too heavy.
Paul Fricky is adamant that I could do the 6 minute mile. Because he listens to this, but he was adamant.
Yeah, you can. We're all adamant. You're the only person that's not.
I just don't have context.
Similar when you wanted to fight the orca. You're the only one saying no. we were going to
we
win
all
that.
believe in
I don't
you
have
more
context,
than you
mate.
believe
I'm
in
too
you,
busy
bruh.
worrying about alliances and fucking making it to merge. Gabe, that's good. 5:40 with no train. Oh, he's cycling.
No, he's a fit lad.
fit guy.
He's got some of those adaptations.
He's a fit lad. Absolutely.
And then for the filming of it, Donnie, I think you and me are gonna have to be in the middle on like bicycles to keep up with them, just to fucking film it, because they're gonna be going around. Like, wait, we can't run because they're gonna be outrunning us. Cameras, like, so.
I've got in my head that we're going to have like 50 people competing at this thing.
I reckon it's gonna be big.
It's going to be
I
like,
reckon it's gonna be big.
like primary school little athletics day.
Yeah, like literally, yeah. Everyone
Big
gets ribbons.
athletics.
Just with a bunch of 25 to 30-year-old heavies.
Big Heavies athletics.
Oh, that's a t-shirt.
Finish off with a
Easy t-shirt.
Athletics.
finish off with an
Athletics.
egg and spoon race.
Big Heavies Athletics Club.
Remember the
Tug of war.
Yeah.
spoon? What was the one where you tied to the partner?
Three-legged race.
Big. Yeah.
I could run by myself.
Because you got a big head in between.
Got a
Absolutely not.
middle stump.
Oh god.
But yeah, if you're interested in doing the push-pull run, we'll have more information coming out starting March the 20th. That's when information and when you can sign up and all of that sort of stuff for it. With, again, I think it's the Saturday before you leave, Charlie, which I think is like the 10th or the 17th of June, is going to be the actual event, the Big Heavies Athletics
Queen's
Day.
birthday.
Big heavy athlete.
The other thing is those times last week, that was after training legs.
There was a Brickmore.
Crazy.
No, I squatted, I did hamstring curls, pendulums, and then went and did that. So I've been doing that. I do it on the same day, just smash my legs.
Yeah. Can you explain this to me? Why do you why do you combine all of your
Words consolidate, bro.
consolidate? Sorry,
Come on, man. Keep up.
Because
sorry, I'm a bit out of touch with the
if you
research.
think about, so this is what you got to stop thinking about as like, oh, I'm doing like some threshold running and, squatting and hamstring curls today. If you look at it, what fibers you're stressing, it's mostly going to be fast twitch. So it's similar. If, like, let's say now if you were going to go do 3x50 on the leg extensions, you probably wouldn't, but 3x30. But some bodybuilding people would slam their, real big finisher. Your running is like your finisher. So before fatigue can set in, and rather than doing it, 2 days later or the next day when fatigue potentially from your lower body day has set in, you just blend it all into one. So the way that it works for me now is if I do it all,
The word's consolidate.
Consolidate on a Tuesday. And then I don't have to hit my legs again till Friday.
So it's all happening in the one session, or are you splitting the session?
So I do it back to back just because you can split sessions, but again, managing that time, like how I'm meant to fit it.
Make the time, bro.
Make the time.
You've got 24
If it's important,
hours.
you make it work.
For me, it just works back to back. I trained down here, and then I went and did. We're going to go to the rugby union, the Rams. The Rams. I did it.
That's
there
what they're
last
called.
week.
I was trying to remember what they're
Rams.
called.
But yeah, it's because when you start to look at performance in two events, and especially a triathlon where you're trying to train 3 disciplines, you need to manage your week like that, because then you've also got to get swims in, you got to get
You got to
rides in.
consolidate.
You got to consolidate.
At some point, you got to know you're gonna eat some shit as well.
And that's the other thing too, is you can't expect to just train good, feeling good all the time. Look, to be honest, I squatted, I did hamstring curls and pendulums, and then I ran and I felt fine.
Yeah. At some point, there's just going to be limitations in what you can do with microcycle structure.
You just can't.
At some point, there's going to be something during the week that feels shit, especially with triathlon or especially with high frequency running, and you're trying to train your lower body as well. Like, there's going to be something there. So if you're expecting everything to feel good, you're screwed. You try your best with it, but then everyone knows life happens. Like, there might be something that happens, and then also you take life out of it. There's just too much shit to do. So some sessions will be harder, some sessions won't. I think the biggest thing you know is if effort's there, it's going to be stimulative training. When you taper, whenever that is, you unshackle the beast, then you're going to launch. You're going to be able to express fitness. You're going to feel like an animal.
If you want to join us, April 15th, Buzz and I are going to be running a seminar, Heavies Want to Run. This is for any person out there that is serious about their strength training in the gym, but also wants to potentially do some conditioning and endurance training, and maybe even compete in an endurance event while still getting strong and jacked.
April 15th, we hope to see you down there. Check out the link below to get access to tickets.
And that happened to me on Sunday. I went for my brick mart, and
You had a good one.
I hadn't trained because we were in Sydney. So I did that lower session Tuesday. I swam Wednesday. I swam pretty well, but then again, didn't train Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you could look at this as, I'm lazy. My self-worth's really low. You could look at it as like I'm lazy. But
You just don't care.
I don't care about
You don't prioritize your goals.
So I
You don't want to bad enough.
I don't want it bad enough. Anyway, we had to go up there for a funeral. So as personal circumstances, can't do that. You can look at it as Sunday, like, I feel shit, I haven't trained. Or you could look at it as,
It's the Sabbath.
I've had some break.
I had a break. I'm going to hammer it today, which I
The
did.
Sabbath is Saturday.
I hit a brick PR.
Depends who you are.
Brick mart PR.
Brick my PR. So that's why I looked at it. And I think most people, if you get some unforeseen circumstances that pop up and you got to take a couple of days off, use it as it's like, wow, it's a mini deal. Now I can actually get a cracker session in.
Silver linings.
Silver linings.
You gotta find
Sigma,
them.
I thrive in the unforeseen.
Yeah. Thrive in the
That's it, bro.
unforeseen.
I'm a chameleon, adaptable.
I want to do that. I really.
You want to do what?
Come on,
The Goggins 4x4, 48 hours.
I have no urge.
We'll do
Wait,
it.
what is it?
So Fergus Crawley actually doubled it, but it's
course he
Goggins is
did,
I'll triple that.
8 days.
I actually messaged for Fergus Crawley
Yeah.
because I heard he was in Queensland. I was like, are you coming to Melbourne? He didn't open our message. I even went off the main page too. I thought that 13K might get him to look.
You need a blue tick. Then you would have got in.
Yeah, we need to buy a blue tick. Apparently, you can buy blue ticks now. Everyone's
actually
got bloody
buy them?
blue ticks. Woodford's got a blue tick.
the blue
Ethan
tick's
Fleming's
lost
got a
its
blue
value,
tick.
I think the whole isn't with blue ticks. You have to be in mainstream
No,
media.
I think you can buy them
because
now.
Woody's been on Channel 7. And
Yeah,
shit,
you call out Kane Corns enough, you get a blue tick.
Or once I
we
go
need
on
to start
Survivor-
45.
Reminds me of another Woody
once,
story.
Once
where
I go on Survivor, we'll get the blue tick.
Imagine you do that and you still don't get one.
Yeah, didn't forge enough
I've actually thought about that.
If you're out
too.
week 1, no blue tick.
Watching, like, when I watch these shows, you forget, like, they are normal people. Like, watching a friend or a close friend on one of these shows
It'd be mad.
would be so
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah.
Like, the closest one we had was Ethan, but he lasted one day. I didn't even get to see it. I didn't even get to see it.
he dug some holes. That was one of the.
dug
That's
some
one of the
holes.
challenges. He
What was
dug,
that show?
dug a few
Dug a
holes.
few holes. I didn't
The
even watch
mole?
it.
No, the mole was the original make of it. It was a trader.
Trader.
But yeah, he didn't last very long.
maggot.
Lasted like one episode. Anyway, Yeah, use your silver linings. You're
Silver
fresh.
linings.
You had a break. You can train hard.
Low blood glucose.
Which honestly, I felt on Sunday. I felt like my legs had go in them. Like I could keep going.
I felt on Saturday my legs had nothing in them, but I
From a
loved
hard
it.
week of training.
No, I loved it.
Oh,
There's
this-
something about it. I don't know. Just the more I've detached from the numbers I'm putting out, and just the knowledge that if effort's there, I'm making progress.
Yep.
Out on this brick mark, I wanted to quit.
You
I
think
wanted
Rob
to,
Smith's worried about
I
the
wanted
numbers?
to give up. No, he just.
Rob Smith's just put 120 Ks in the legs today.
He's the most fat adapted athlete ever. You just don't eat.
Keto. He is
Mate,
keto.
There is never glycogen.
There's no glycogen in the system.
Ever. He's the most
What is it?
efficient.
Gluconeogenesis? Is it when you make
There's
glucose?
no water.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
water and no glycogen.
He's a lizard.
Mate.
He's just a lizard.
He gets the sun, photosynthesis makes energy.
He's a cold-blooded lizard, Rob Smith.
That's the secret.
Photosynthesis.
I've been wearing his top though. That top,
Does it fit you?
That yesterday, that top I had in that's your dad gave that to me.
Oh, really?
He said it was too big for him.
Yeah.
So I got a riding jersey for you.
Rob was too big for it.
It's a nice jersey, orange,
Yeah.
bright coloured.
Nice.
Get seen by people.
Absolutely.
Still
Like
get some
standing out.
dickheads that go way too close to you.
Bro, people beat.
Do they?
People, but man, pre-cycling, pre-road cycling, I used to just be one of those. I never drove. Like I wasn't even driving. Like I was younger. Like fuck cycling. Like,
That's a real
then-
ethnic dad thing.
nah, it's everyone.
Everyone
everyone.
hates.
Bro, it's everyone.
does.
Everyone hates
Just
cycling.
because I know more ethnic dads.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
It's your circle.
Man, you start road cycling, the level of empathy straight away is ridiculous, bro. Everyone, it only happens when I hit like Seaford. When I hit Seaford, Frankston, bro, people beep. And I sit.
Oh, a bit of a socio-economic sort of transfer there.
Well, I live in the suburb over, so I can't talk. But like, literally,
coast.
I just cross out of Carrum, Bond Beach. I get through. I'll be far left lane. Like I was that paranoid.
I go far left.
I'm very
far left.
conservative, like with how far, especially if you ride two abreast.
You don't want to get
Like-
hit by a car. It's completely fine.
But it's not even that. Like just being considerate. Like I just don't want to be that guy that's too close. If someone turns, like empathy both sides. I'm a driver. I'm a cyclist. I get it. You know, been there. And like I sit hard left.
Are you a driver?
You've been a driver.
Cars in the shop. I've been a driver. Yeah.
I think that the two abreast or three abreast causes dramas.
Three abreast is dramas.
Single file, no worries. I can smooth.
Nah, two abreast is fine if you the second abreast isn't a dickhead.
Honestly,
Bro, if the right,
two
if the right
abreast
abreast
is a dickhead?
Two abreast opens up the window for
the
dramas. though.
second abreast can sit on the line. I've seen it. Seen it. It's just scary.
can
You
they
can't
can
sit on the line. You got to sit hard. But people just beep. Like you've done nothing. Like you've been riding on the left side.
And they still beep.
They're in the right lane. There's no dickhead to a break. Like they're just, you're going straight and they'll
gone to
still,
beep.
bro, beeping.
Really? For no
Beeping.
reason?
For no reason. Just like drive. And they're angry. Like you can see it. They're just angry and looking at you. Funniest thing was I was riding the other day. I was on me lonesome and there was a guy that was riding legit, like had like sponsored kit, whatever. And then I get lazy sometimes, and I'll sit on his wheel for a bit. He's getting some speed. It'll bump up my Strava numbers. Average speed goes up.
Hey.
Wobbler. So I just sit on his wheel, and I'm like, I'll just sit there for a bit. And I don't think he knew I was there because he was spitting heaps, or he knew I was there. And he's like,
No way.
And missed me. I've done it before. I've hit someone. He missed me though. It happens.
Why?
he didn't know he was there.
He didn't know I was there. He didn't know I was
He
there.
didn't know he was there. He was
So he's riding. Anyway,
loogie.
this happens. This guy driving in the lane next to us just beeps for no reason. We're literally like tight to the cars that are parked. And he's cycling. We're going about like 40 Ks an hour. This car drives past, beeping for no reason, looks at him, flips him the bird, whatever. And then this cyclist, like aggro as, he's like, go on, pull over. Pull over.
Exactly. They're
And
not
it's
going
just,
to.
for ages. Car's gone. Like car's gone. Like it's gone way past. It's doing like 60 Ks an hour. See you later. And he's just losing it the whole time, losing it and spitting. And I'm just behind him, just pissing myself laughing. No, go on, fucking pull over.
There's some fucking idiots on the road.
But there's some aggro cyclists. And it's so funny.
I just go down, and we used to talk about this too with because they're sick of it. They're just sick of the bullshit. We used to talk about this too with the aggro driver. Like you're in your car, you're yelling, you're screaming. No one's even hearing you.
Yeah. You're literally
And
just
I'm like, it's literally just a representation of them.
road rage. Yeah, road rage where you...
Yeah, but this guy was screaming. No one's listening to him, but he's frustrated.
It goes both
Yeah,
ways.
he's been
You
frustrated
never know what's
too.
going on in their life. You
Yeah,
know?
but the typical
Dramas,
road rage
dramas.
one is that you get cut off or someone gets cut off and they don't even know they've just cut them off. They've just driven off and continued their day. But the person that's been cut off is like just like livid in their car, like just ruin their day, like just angry, yelling, like
You gotta take a big exhale and let it go.
Yeah,
Or
just let it go.
instead, silent, get back in front of them, cut them off, brake check them.
Do you know what?
Teach them a lesson.
Another one that
That's it. You don't have to say anything. Save your breath. Fuck them up.
baffles me is when people say that cyclists should pay rego.
yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Or like people, some people are fucked, man. Like a cyclist will like get injured or killed, and people are like, oh yeah, serves them right. It's like, what the fuck,
yeah,
man?
that's
like,
the worst,
He's
mate.
serious. Like, yeah, maybe some cyclists are a bit in the way sometimes. Like, oh, they deserve to die. Like, fuck me, man.
Should have been paying his rego. Would have been fluent.
Yeah, nah,
Fuck dads.
no good.
It's fucked because in like some cunt cities, there's like a big cycle.
Some cunt cities.
What a slip up! What a
Yeah, Amsterdam, man. There's a.
some cunt cities. Some cities.
say that again, Charles.
I don't even know what I said.
I think you were going to say countries, but you got caught about halfway through.
Yeah, I was going to say countries. I was going to say countries, and I cut halfway through. Cut.
There's
the big cycle
today,
culture.
There's a great YouTube channel. Shout out Brutus Magnuson for showing me this one. Not just bikes. It shows like the difference between countries and cities that are walkable and rideable versus ones that are not. So obviously America, Canada, Australia, a lot less walkable, cyclable. You have to be a bit more reliant on cars versus places a lot more like European countries and stuff like that. Some Asian countries too. It's like it's an option to walk places. Whereas like for us here, it's just not feasible to like walk or necessarily always take public transport or ride your bike. Whereas just it's really interesting to see how like the different societies are designed and all these issues with the cyclists and shit. People are angry at the cyclists, but if the roads are built in a way where both can exist, there's no problems because if there's enough space, like it's fine. They're not in each other's way. Like
That's right. Beach
Long
road.
story short, it's the government.
it's the government. It's the government.
Government
Dan
dogs.
Andrews.
Big Pharma,
Big Vic roads.
big Vic
Man, it's
roads.
a conspiracy. They don't want us on our bikes.
Yeah, they want us.
They don't want us to be healthy.
Nah, they don't want that vitamin D, mate. They want you.
They want
some
that
more
atherosclerosis.
Yeah. They want us to have heart attacks. They can sell us the drugs.
Money goes back into big pharma, government, bloody government fucking.
just sorted it.
All those guys beeping you on Beach Road, they're all set up by the government.
You know how some
The
people
agents.
think that like
Bro,
cars
they've
driving around are just like actors. They're like, oh, all these people on the road,
NPCs.
like, they're not real. They're just there. I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
NPCs.
some people say that. Some people are like, oh, all these cars you see on the road, where are they going? Like,
It's
they're
called psychosis.
Sounds like North Korea. Have you seen those videos?
Yeah.
Man, watch the North Korea travel videos. They're hectic because you can only go to North Korea on a state-funded tour.
Yep.
So that's the only way you get in. You fly into Pyongyang, and then from there they do the tour, and then it's like 20 people on a bus. You're obviously with like a government official. They know. They take you to the spots in the areas that
Look good.
They're almost
look
like
good.
sets.
They're sets.
Yeah.
You go past like grocery stores fully stocked. There's no one in there. Just covered in dust and shit.
Apparently
And
there's
then
like
all the people they walk past, and these people walk past like soulless, like look straight ahead. They don't make eye contact. Like they just walk past. They're like paid actors.
That's
They're just
fucked.
walking past these tours. Like it just looks like there's people. They're not smiling and shit. You hear about the North Korea defectors, and they're like there's people dying in the street in areas. Like
Yeah.
Yeonmi Park.
yeah,
Yeah.
apparently there's like 300 like Europeans that are paid to be actors in North Korean propaganda films just to like portray the American bastard or whatever it is. Like,
Apparently, there's Americans that live in North Korea they were prisoners of war from whenever one of the wars happened, and they've stayed there, and now
They're in the community.
there's like they're in the community. They're brainwashed. They like hail what's his name, Jon Jones or whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck his
one of the
name is.
Jongs.
there's
But
boys with
it's
Dennis
funny-
Rodman.
Huh?
yeah,
boys with
that's a
Dennis Rodman.
real weird.
Very odd.
Yeah, well, he apparently
Very odd.
fries like basketballers in and shit to his
Loves
Yeah.
mansion.
He's got a.
He went to a school in Sweden, and he had like a fake name. Yeah.
I did not know
He
that.
actually.
And they didn't raise him in North Korea. They raised him elsewhere. He got his education. You can't get an education in North Korea.
Yeah.
So they had him elsewhere under like living in family. It's crazy.
It's
shit, bro.
really crazy though the shit that happens.
Listening
there.
to Yeonmi Park talk about
It's
it.
very fucked.
And she talks about how China allows it.
Yeah.
Yes.
because it's almost like China always has, well, they're worse than us, like a deflection of, so
Yeah.
China actually supports it a
And
lot with military
they were
and
going to
stuff.
make her book or her story into a movie, and she said no because Hollywood wanted to make China look like the good guys, and she's like, I don't want that. That's
Yeah,
that's not the truth.
respect.
She's like, they're just as fucked as North Korea.
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. Yeonmi Park on Flagrant.
Shorts. That was funny.
Flagrant was
So that was
it was
still on flagrant.
yeah.
Man, so like in true
It's a
flagrant,
really good
so
interview.
it'd be like
That's-
10 minutes of like really serious talk of like the atrocious conditions,
And then what, 20 minute of like
and then it would just flip.
neurodivergent jokes.
They
after
asked,
that,
they
and
asked her
fucking-
what's their favorite way to cook a rat.
He actually like that was fucked, man.
Remember last week when I said I was on Reddit reading about podcast? That was the podcast I was reading, and people were like, "This is the best interview she's done." She said like, and even the way he interviewed it was really good. Like, it was good storytelling, but then there was also
But there
shit
was
talk.
also like
shit talk in between.
That's actually hilarious.
because it's interesting her view on a lot of Western society, having been to like the extreme of the other side of the coin.
Yeah, but have you heard the?
Like how she thinks about like a lot of like the socialist sort of, she's like the Western society is moving in that direction by trying to control and like all the stuff that's now starting to over the last few years. Her view on it though is like a very interesting view on it.
Have you heard they reckon she's being paid by like the far the far right wing?
Of course.
So all the like the left wing stuff they push, LGBTQ, the male, feminine, whatever. So that because she's from North Korea, it's kind of like if you go against her, it's pretty fucked, yeah, because she's come from probably the worst place on earth. So the far right are paying her to push their agenda.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like she
that
has
could be all
Mainstream media won't talk to her. Her books wouldn't be published by like the main. It's actually
It's true.
crazy.
It's true. Yeah.
There's like a huge. She's a
Because
very
she
interesting
laughs-
person.
She laughs at all the things that people say oppression, like whoever.
She's
it
like,
is.
you don't know what oppression is. Like,
She
yeah.
goes, you don't know what oppression is.
Yeah.
She laughs at them. She's like, if you even she goes, even at the fact that you know what oppression is, like the word itself.
It's like we'd
and
never
the
word for
meaning,
oppression. We didn't even know it existed.
She's
Like,
like, you don't live in oppression.
She's
pretty
a
crazy.
really interesting,
very interesting
eye-opening
person.
talk.
Yeah, but like I get that.
I get
that, but
everything's
then
relative.
it's relative.
It is
oppression,
relative, I
because then
think.
it's like, oh, you don't know what it is to be sad. I don't.
I
know if
agree,
I
I
agree
agree,
with that.
I agree.
Because
It's-
someone could be depressed and living in this perfect
I
fucking
think she's-
utopian society.
She's
but
talking
then-
about like some of the stuff. You know how people get offended. I'm offended that you said that.
Yeah, I get
That's
that.
that's
I get that.
oppressing
Yeah,
me. You know,
snowflake, this,
that's
that,
gone
yeah.
that far. She's like, she
I get
laughs
it.
at that kind of stuff.
Of course, she laughs at it. She lived in fucking North Korea, but it's relative. Like I don't.
I can see both sides. Like it is, I think everyone should have a healthy dose of perspective from someone who's had it harder than probably anyone that will ever meet. But obviously, at the same time, you can't invalidate people's feelings. If someone is genuinely depressed, like no, even if they're in great
100%.
conditions, they're still depressed. Like,
Exactly.
that's-
As with
yeah.
everything, it's middle ground. It's like if I'm sad and I say that to an older ethnic, they're like, "What the fuck do you have to be sad about? You grew up in fucking
No wars.
mate. Mate, it's Well, where saw people do things. It's like
You know,
grew up in East
I agree.
Bentley.
The mental health thing, 100%. If you're feeling sad, down, anxious, whatever it is, you have every right to be, no matter where you're living. But I think she's, you know,
I know
how
what
some
you're
of
saying.
that
I know what
far
you're saying.
left stuff has gone almost too far. Like
It's all the same
You
shit
can't say
anyway.
anything that goes against what they believe.
yeah, but it's the same far right shit.
Yeah, either
It's the
ends
same.
of the
It's
spectrum.
either end.
Either
So
ends of the
it's-
spectrum.
it's the
And,
same
and she
shit.
says like she gets labels like, oh, I'm far right. She's like, the only reason I associate with the far right people is because they're the only ones who want to talk to me. The more left wing outlets won't talk to me. So I talk to the one. I'll go on Fox News or whatever it is because they'll actually give me a platform, whereas the other ones won't give me a platform. And then of course with the fucking dichotomous nature of it, it's like, oh well, then she supports them. She's like, she just wants to fucking get a
She
story
can't
out
leave
there.
America either. Too risky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
very
if she ends
risky,
up in the
yeah.
wrong country and she gets flagged in the system, they'll send her back to
Yeah.
South Korea. No, she
No,
said
it's
that.
fucked.
She goes,
Yeah,
I
she
can't,
did.
she goes,
Yeah,
I can't
no.
leave America. But
Yeah.
she's like also, and this is
Why
fair,
would she?
why would she? She's like, I've come from North Korea. America's got everything I could ever want.
Land of the free, baby.
That's it, maybe.
She's like, and she's Christian now.
Oh, bro, she's a right-wing agent. For sure. Praise God.
She's Christian now.
Nah,
She
she's
also
got
hates
around
cyclists. She hates
she
hates cyclists.
She hates it.
And she loves eggs, man. Can't get enough of the eggs.
she powerlifts too.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Powerlifts. She's got a kid.
Yeah.
She's mum.
Any more fun facts before we wrap this one up?
I reckon I'll do it.
She's divorced.
That'll do it.
She got divorced.
She did get divorced. Yeah. She. Yeah.
So let's go 10 fun facts about Yeonmi Park.
To that kid, the American kid that went to Pyongyang on this state-funded tour, they stayed in a hotel room, tried to steal a poster of Kim Jong whatever.
They killed him.
No, they arrested him.
Yeah.
under trial. US goes able to get young lad out of there. Fucking grant him immunity.
You turn into a lad.
Huh?
You turn into an Adelaide.
I said young lad.
You have a young lad out of there.
Out of there. Hey, it is what it is. Anyway, North Korea goes, yeah, no worries. We'll send him back. And they send him back brain dead. They go, oh, he had,
That's fucked.
what did he have? I think he had a sleeping pill.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you giving fucking prisoners sleeping pills for? How's this kid gonna have a sleeping pill? They gave him a sleeping pill, and then he suffered from botulism. So like this infection that just went through his whole body. Yeah. They sent him back brain dead, and his parents had to switch him off when he got back.
Oh, that's
What?
so bad.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go to North Korea on a state-funded thing anyway?
Bro,
don't know.
man, seriously, go on YouTube.
There's so many cool places in the world. You want to go to North Korea?
Jack Hardman wants to go to North Korea.
Yeah, it's called extreme
Jack, please
travel.
don't stop.
Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube. You can watch everything. People just put their POVs. It's actually mad. YouTube and extreme travel. It's people that go to like just country. There's more countries that are similar to North Korea. I forgot which Istan it was. Was it Turkmenistan?
Turkmenistan has a bit more of like a totalitarian.
Yeah. I think it was Turkmenistan. You see that there's these big constructed cities and towns. There's no people rolling through.
Yeah, like
really?
this amazing,
yeah.
like it's like, almost like a palace, but it's like outdoors, like, but then there's no one there, like there's barely any population.
Why?
Yeah.
It's just
Propaganda. It's all
It's all
front.
propaganda. It's
Yeah, fake. It's all those like those cars on Beach Road.
Yeah.
All fake.
It's all the same, man. It's all the
NPC's
same.
not going anywhere.
Big pharma trying to get us off the roads.
Yeah, they're just driving
No,
up
you
and
gotta-
down Beach Road.
No, watch it. Extreme. Just people that go to countries that you probably don't want to go to, just because of the thought of I'm going to die.
I've got about 50 countries I could think on my list that would, before I can even think about any of those.
Go 50.
bang.
Do it.
Let's go.
Do
Shoot.
it. 1,
America.
2. Wait, you wouldn't go?
No, I'm going. I want to go.
These ones he has to go to before he gets to the
Are we
other
actually
countries.
doing this?
Yeah, go. Let's
Let's see how many he gets to before he starts.
Right. I reckon I could. Let's see how many I can get.
Bottom of the
Alright,
go.
alright. Mexico, America, Canada,
He's done.
He's already done. If you started, you're done. You're done.
Survivor,
Colombia,
Polynesia.
Argentina, Brazil, Greece, Italy, Spain, France, New Zealand, Indonesia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos,
You're just naming every
15.
country on earth now.
Yeah, 15.
Germany, Morocco, Uganda, South Africa, Zimbabwe.
Okay, let's start.
We're at 20.
Did you say Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, he wants to do. He was doing the
Okay,
Africa tour.
Mozambique.
African
That was
tour,
when
you
I was
were.
meant-
No,
I was-
you were
I
going
was
to
meant
go.
to go to that
Yeah,
place.
So you're at 21.
There's a lot of countries.
Have you had your creatine today?
Nah.
I don't think we're going to get.
I
there.
don't think we're getting to 50.
We're not getting
You
there.
got 20. That's all right.
21.
I thought you would have ripped
I'm-
around Europe a bit more.
Croatia,
Scotland.
Scotland, Ireland, England.
Just throw any country out, he's going to say yes.
25.
Good trifecta.
What's another continent? Quick.
China. I'll go to China. China, Great Wall of China.
Great Wall of China.
South Korea, Japan. What about 28? 22 is going to be. I reckon we could get there. If we
I reckon
stay- if we
23
stay here for another 20 minutes, but we're not.
We're done.
We got
We're done.
28.
All right, we're done. Thank you very
Pretty
much for
quick.
listening. If you made it to the end of this one, 5 stars on Spotify. Also, we ticked 500. Let's go. Woo! Yeah. Thank you for the
We're
support.
right-wing conspiracy theorists.
I don't know.
after
It got a little bit.
this. It got a little.
It got a little bit there. And then also, we are
Definitely
NPCs.
Joking, mate.
But
You're
yeah,
all
if,
snowflakes.
if you made it this far, 5 stars on Spotify, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Keep a lookout for our next Hectic Eats, and the apparel is coming. But that's about it. Thank you very much. If you're interested in the programming and education that we have to offer here at Strength Culture, the best place to get started is our training app. It's a portal that holds all of our training programs as well as a bunch of education videos that we're updating monthly.
We have many different training options, no matter what your goal is. There's different streams. We also have standalone programs if there's one specific goal that you'd like to go after. We have a special for the month.
The special is month 1 for 50% off your first month. It brings it down to about $29, which is pretty cheap. You get a full month's worth of access to the education portal as well as the training programs, power building, power lifting, S&C, hybrid. Even if you're just getting started with lifting, like our introduction series, they're all on there as well. There's about 35 programs to play around with, and also you get access to us in the Discord. So month 1 for 50% off. We'd look to see you in there.
Check it out.